the ashes of the end rises the Doomsday Queen.
Hey guys, we're back. All right, we're in the second recipe. So right now I have, see, it's gaining its pressure right now, or well, it's gaining its steam. I have the 5 pounds of, oh gosh, sorry, TikTok. 5 pounds of pre-boiled. Then they had a lid on them, left for an hour. Now I'm boiling those for 5 minutes to make the liquid I need for the recipe. I have steam going on in the background, so we're going to get ready to start our timer. I like both, Lori. Lori just asked, what's my preference on canning potatoes with liquid? It's preference. So ones with liquid, I actually use as like baked potato, or not baked potatoes, mashed potatoes, or I call them hobo meals. That's probably something I'm going to get canceled on. Dry potatoes, fried. I just started dry canning potatoes. So right now we got that going. We have steam going, constant steam. So I'm going to start my timer right now in my head. And then I have those going. I know hobo dinners are good. I don't know if that's something cancelable. So, but we're going to look at these ones. Okay, so what we're going to do is bring to a boil for 5 minutes. We're going to drain this sauce and we're going to keep the liquid. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my strainer in here. I don't even think I have a strainer big enough for this. Thanks for liking my sweatshirt. I appreciate it. I don't know if I have a strainer big enough for this mess that I'm about to make. I already feel the eye twitch, guys. Okay. We're going to let that sit. We have to figure this out just a little bit better. I need to. Where'd my other phone go? Okay. We need a lot more going on in here. I don't know if I have enough. I don't know if I have enough for what I'm doing. We're gonna give our best, call it a try. Okay. Everybody okay with it? Saucepan. There is no way, no how for a saucepan. We need we're gonna have so many pots out, guys. steam's too much. I don't know if I have a cast iron pot big enough for this. We're gonna have to, this recipe is gonna have to be split in half. I'm already filling it. We have not even gone through the entire pot. So what you do is you just strain it out. We're keeping the liquid for this one's recipe. I really don't think we have a big enough pot for this. Well, I'm looking at it and I'm going, I'm not sure. I'm going to see if I have another hidden cast iron. So this one is already full, like halfway. And we're going to be adding the sauce, the bacon, everything's going to be going in there. And then this is going to be cooked for like 3 to 4 hours before it can. But it's got to be covered and cooked. I think we're going to have to do 2 people. Back off. Back off. I'm trying to decide what's going to be the best way to go about on this one. I'm almost thinking getting my roaster pan out. I think I'm going to get my roaster pan out. Okay, this is ready. So I'm going to put this one on. Nothing scary. For all of you that are scared of pressure canning, we are not scared. That's hot though. Don't touch it, but it's hot. Not scary. Okay. Now we're going to bring it up to 15 PSIs. I think we're going to have to do a roaster pan. I think that that's the only way. I think we're going to do a roaster pan. For how much this is. Sorry, I had to debate how I was going to go about this. Because that, you guys can see it. I don't know if you guys can see. That's overflowing. And I need to keep the liquid on this one. So I think I'm going to go get my roaster pan because we're going to bake it for 350 degrees. So let's go grab the big old roaster pan and we'll be okay. Yeah, raising pressure. I'm going to move my frog. You're fine. Okay. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to use the roaster pan. We're going to put all the beans inside. I don't know if they can see it. You guys see all the roaster pans? We're going to put her in. That looks so much better. I feel so less overwhelmed by the quantity of what's going on. I'm feeling way less overwhelmed. Yeah. What Chrissy just said. So somebody just asked what saves more time. Pressure canning. This one's going to be so quick. I mean, we're already building pressure. We're almost at 5 PSIs. As soon as I hit 15, my time starts. 90 minutes, I'm done. 90 minutes, I'm done. We're about to get ready to start the second sauce recipe. I just have to have some actual space to work with. So we're going to move the water this way. I'm going to move all of you guys kind of a little bit closer together so you guys can see. I'll get a pot right here. You haven't missed much. I'll say that. You have not missed much. I just decided instead of baking it, on this one, I also needed, it says 3 slices of bacon. So in a Dutch oven, mix together, pour the sauce on. So we'll slice the bacon. We'll add some pork belly into it also because we want a lot of really good flavoring. We don't want to do it half mass. But in here, we're going to start up our sauce. So we're going to get everything together. So we need 3 tablespoons of molasses. That's an easy one. And I kind of like just measure with my heart. 1, 2. And then this one I will record. I don't know how I'm going to do it. We're going to do it this way. Molasses doesn't go bad. Have it as a staple in your kitchen. We need vinegar. I'm not going to try to like break. There. Two tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. And I'm not gonna lie, I already can see where this recipe is going, so we're gonna alter her. Sorry, guys. Oh no, I ran out of space on my phone. Anybody have the new iPhone where it has 0 space? Anybody? Oh, that scared the crap out of me. Give me a minute. We're going to make this one the way we want it. I do not believe that this is going to be enough. We're doing about 3 or 4 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce because I already know where I want this to go. All right. Mustard powder, salt, pepper, and brown sugar. So we can do the brown sugar. I'm gonna up the ante on it. It says 1/4 cup. I'm doing 1/2 cup. Anybody oppose? Anybody feeling a little froggy in here? Crystal likes her things done a very specific way. Specific, particular way. So we're going to be adding in all the things. We got vinegar. We need 2 teaspoons of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of pepper, and 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. We just need the mustard powder. I don't know where I put the mustard. That's right here. So we're going to do a heaping one. I feel like that's not enough. Don't be judging. And then we need salt. We are at almost 7 PSIs. We're almost there. Done. Now we're all happy, right? Everybody's happy. Everything feels great. Bacon, everything's going into that pot over there. I feel like we got everything we need. Boom, 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 boom. And then 5 cups of the liquid. So that's what we need to do next. There we go. That smells really good, by the way. You missed the first batch. Joanne, the video should be up and loaded so you can go back and watch it on the first. So there will be 2 dual lives that way that it's not too like over stressful for people. Because I know on this one you can't rewatch any replay. So over here, that's why I'm breaking it up. Also, I don't have like a professional chef here that can like run us through all of this. Okay, so we need to bring this sauce. We're going to bring it to a boil, and then we're going to chop up our bacon and pork belly. That's almost done. Well, not done, but to where it needs to be. You just go with the flow, taste, add. Yeah. I can smell really well, so I can tell if something, if I'm not going to fully enjoy it, I'm going to walk the other way. So we have all this excess liquid. This is supposed to still be saved. Whoever they made this recipe for, they must have like a ton of counter space. And we still have this entire pot over here. All right. Got that canner going. Now it's time to start slicing up some bacon, and we got chunks of pork belly. We want to save enough chunks of the pork belly for another 7 jars. So we can go back and forth between the 2. I'm going to move some jars this way. And then when I go to pick up my kids from school, I'm going to go pick up a few more jars. Is not enough counter space. I don't think that there's such thing as enough counter space. I really don't. I don't think there is. But let's grab some bacon. We already have some pork butt. This recipe calls for 3 pieces of bacon. Once again, why do people underestimate things? We're going to do like 6 and some pork belly in there too, you know? Some bigger chunks, smaller chunks, you name it, it's there. Everybody on the same page? Are you guys starting to understand like how I cook a little bit? It doesn't feel like it's enough. So we're gonna be chopping up quite a bit. You need extra counter space at the property. So the house that will be at the property, actually, I don't know if the kitchen would be the same size as this or similar. We actually plan to make me an outdoor kitchen so that I can work easier. I don't like being confined in here. I actually hate canning in the summer because it gets so hot in here. It gets really, really, really hot. So we're going to make a different kitchen, like my own canning kitchen. That's the dream right now. All right, so we've got all of this bacon diced up. mixed together in a large Dutch. Mix together beans and bacon and then pour on the sauce carefully. Okay, so we're going to throw in all the bacon over here. Oh yeah, don't ask me on recipes. I love when people share recipes with me, but I'm probably going to alternate them. Like I'm going to make them different. So now I just added the bacon into the big, huge pan over here, the big roasting pan. I still don't feel like that's going to be enough. We're going to put her on 350. We're going to add our sauce in. I'm not going to lie. I'm not becoming the biggest fan right now. We're going to add some pork butt in. Or pork belly. We're going to take about a handful, like a big old wad. Yeah, I'm adding about a cup of pork belly, pork belly in there. About a cup. Maybe a little bit more. It's probably going to be a little bit more. Yeah, that's looking right. That's looking good. I'll take you guys each over there to see it if you would like. It looks better. I added about half that bowl of pork belly in, 6 or 7 big thick slices of bacon. I want some flavor in there. I want the flavor. I have the sauce in here warming up. Let me turn that off. So that now the sauce is like very warm. I'm gonna actually stir her. Ooh. And then I'm gonna go pour her. I'm gonna pour the sauce on the top. I already don't like the way this one looks. I want to make it my own. Adding cooking liquid from the beans to keep it from drying out. If you run out of cooking liquid, you can boil water if needed. I feel like I need more. Don't drop my phone. I won't. Angler, I won't drop it. I promise. You make so much in your roaster. I love a good roaster pot. All right. We're going to let her sit. We're almost at 15 PSIs back here. If you guys see, the canner is going on right behind me. We're almost done. Well, the time's about to start. I feel like we should make another batch of sauce. This one's a very, very new recipe to me. But I feel like the more sauce, the better when I'm cooking something. I want that flavor. Does anybody else know what I'm talking about? That extra flavor. that just ignites the taste. I probably shouldn't mess with it. Yeah, there's going to be fat in there from the pork, which is going to be great. But I do. I like a saucy beans. Thank you. Somebody just said it. Somebody just said, I like a saucy beans. I think I do too. Well, I know I do. But I got my sweatshirt soaked. You're saucy. You're saucy. Who else does it? Who else in here uses a big, huge roaster pan? I use a big roaster pan. Should we check emails? We got to keep an eye on this one. We're almost at 15 PSIs. You inherited one, but you've never used it. You've never used a roaster pan? I want to call out your name or make you feel you should use one. I use them with tomatoes quite a bit. Quite a bit. All right. For me, it's the fatty bacon. Yes. Worst case, extra beans at the end. There's so many beans. Intergalactical. Oh my goodness. There is so many beans. I don't think I've ever rehydrated this amount. What did Chrissy just say on this side? I use my roaster for stock more than anything. I agree with that. Here's my question for you guys. When you guys do your regular black beans or pinto beans, do you rehydrate them? Because I don't. These two recipes, the amount of rehydrating is giving me a little bit of a twitch. Yes, it's safer if you rehydrate your beans. Somebody's going to get already mad at me. I don't rehydrate. There's so many. 15 pounds of beans rehydrated is like 30 pounds of beans. 15 pounds of beans is like 30 pounds. Like this is, we're not even halfway done for today. I know I'm going to sleep good tonight. You always start with dry beans, right? Chrissy, that's why with this recipe, I'm like, as soon as I read, I've been up since 5 rehydrating these beans so that we could do this live. 5 a.m. And I was like, and every time it said a saucepan, and I was like, you mean a bucket? You mean a giant pot? How many more pots do I have available here? I'm curious as to what 15 pounds capacity saucepan looks. Well, one recipe called for 5 pounds and the other recipe called for 8 pounds. And I've rehydrated all of those. So what, 14, 15 pounds? But every recipe says a saucepan. Get a saucepan. And I was like, you mean a bucket? You mean like a big old stock pan? A cauldron. I agree with that. A cauldron. A cauldron. Who else in here needs a cauldron? Use a roasting pan when you make your fruit butter. I've never used a roasting pan for fruit butters. I use a crock pot for apple butter. I think we're here. We're almost at time. So what's going on now? I'm going to bring you guys each close. Do you guys want me to bring you closer to here, or can you guys like zoom in? So right now we're about to hit 15 PSI. This is going to start to move. We're about to hit. That scared me. There. I just put it down too tight. What self-respecting prepper doesn't have a cauldron? I agree. And now I'm just going to turn it down just a little bit. You like the panned out view on YouTube? Okay. You want a cauldron? So do I. You forgot something to get? What do you mean? Did you like the jump scare? It's sometimes I set it down. One time I set it down too light and it didn't move. Or no, was it rattling more? I can't remember. I was canning with a few people, a few mods. And it wasn't moving and I had to like move it. And it was the first time I ever canned with it and it freaked me out. You thought I busted a jar? Nah. If I did, I wouldn't know until I open it later. You remember when one of my jars exploded on live? Yeah, that was like the last. A cauldron at a yard sale. I know. I've seen them, Barry. They're very nice. The weight wasn't sitting on all the way, right? Wasn't that what it was, Chrissy? I don't remember what it was. But it caught me off guard. I was like, I've never touched this one. I've always had a Presto, but now that I'm used to this one, it doesn't freak me out. Before, this one freaked me out a lot. I don't know if you guys can see it. Now it doesn't, she doesn't bother me now. I just turned down her temperature to medium high. Because it's a gas stove, it'll be fine. It's going to regulate its temperature really, really well. It smells good. The beans smell great over here. Have I ever used an electric canner? No. I need to borrow one. If somebody in Utah has one, can I rent it from you? Can I rent it? Because I have to teach a class with it. I've never used it. I was like, oh, I don't know how I feel. I don't feel very comfortable teaching a class that way. We're in the babysitting phase of canning. Yeah, that's what's going on right now. So you guys can ask all your questions. That's why I said there's going to be downtime where we can actually chit chat on this live versus not. But I have dual lives going. So you're going to see me like ping back and forth. The batches are really small, Chrissy. They're very small. Kendra, thank you so much for the heart me. I appreciate it. I have to go pick up cattle panels for the beans I just planted yesterday. Okay, how to make apple butter. It just depends on what the recipe is. Stacy, I have some old recipes. I can probably drop a few up. And it breaks down all of my apple butter recipes. I have like 6. So I have like one that's like a pumpkin apple butter. I have another one that's like an apple spice. My Big Mama Canner's double stack quartz. I want one, Chrissy. I want one so bad, but right now I'm saving for the property. I want one so bad. So does the All American have a rubber gasket? No, it does not. Your mom would say, close the cupboard. Wait, which one? Is there a cupboard open? Is it this one? Better? I didn't realize that one was open. Yeah, it's metal on metal. I didn't realize. I was closing all the other cupboards, but I didn't realize I left one open. Peach butter. I like peach butter. I do a lot of different apple ones, but all of them can be pretty much water bath canned. Yours holds 14. I need to see a picture of it, Chrissy. Now I'm all jealous. I want a big, I don't think it would fit here because of the microwave. I will say that. If I got the double stack, because this thing's here on the new house that's going to be at the property, we're not going to have a microwave at all. I don't want a microwave in my house. My kids like microwaves. I do not. They're not good for you. Thank you, Code Red. Yeah, you can't. I don't think that there's a big enough gap. What do you guys think? You put Velcro strips on your old cabinets? We're just now in the waiting phase. This is the fun phase. We have our 90-minute timer going on right there. By the time I pick up my kids, the pressure will be brought down, cooled, next batch in. That almost finished. So I'll probably be canning 90 minutes per batch. I know for sure I have 2 batches. You have the All-American 930. Your microwave is old enough literally to order a beer. I love that. Jackie, if you missed it, go to YouTube, follow Doomsday Queen, and then the first video is over there, and then we're working on the second live right now. I'm probably going to make another batch of that sauce. I feel like it's not enough. It's just not enough. Absolutely. Yeah, I agree with that, Chris. Chrissy's like talking about an All-American canner over on TikTok, and she's saying how it's pricey. A lot of people don't realize like the price is there because it lasts. It does. It's well worth it. You can almost smell it. Almost. I want to make another batch of the sauce. I feel like it's not going to be enough. So shh. We listen and we don't judge. I already know where I want to go with this, so I'm already feeling it. I already feel where I want to go with this. Will it be too much? We may never know. Did I eat today? No. I don't measure. Bless me. Sorry. No, I don't sneeze into my food. Sneeze over the shoulder. I don't measure for a recipe. I have a general guideline. I'm definitely doubling this one's sauce up. I can smell the beans. They smell great. I can smell my sauce and it smells really good. And I just want to add to her. We need a tablespoon of vinegar. And because we measure with our heart and not a ruler. I think last time I did a half a cup, so I'm going to do another half a cup. Then we'll sit down and I'll finish writing it. I'm making you hungry. Fine. We're fine. Now you're going to understand why when people go, what do you use for blah, 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 blah? We're at like 16 PSI. I forgot where I was at. There is going to be a reason. I used navy today. I feel like I did that. Yeah. Here you go. See, we're just making our own sauce. We don't need anything else. You love garlic and pepper. I am not the biggest pepper fan, but I love garlic. Really love garlic. There will never be enough garlic I can grow to suffice how much I use a year. Garlic, onion. Kelly's got me really into cayenne pepper. She was right on a lot of things. Chrissy, I still haven't I need you to send me your roll recipe again. I think I'm messing it up. I think I'm messing it up. I could be wrong. Or I got it confused and I wrote it down wrong. I'll have to go through our text. See, now this smells like a good marinade for a steak, which sounds good for beans. Now we're going to add 5 cups of water. Where's the big old bin of water? I feel like this is going to be so much better. We're going to go with our gut. My gut's pretty on. There we go. See? You're not messing up recipes. I feel like I hear that a lot because I don't know how to do it. You just gotta explore it more. That's gonna look so much better. I'm gonna pick you guys up and take you guys over. I'm gonna pick you guys up and take you guys over, but I'm gonna go dump this in because. Oh yeah. I feel like that is so much better. Oh, I think it's gonna be so much better. I'll pick you guys up each and take you. Oh. I honestly think that the smell of this is probably going to be one of my new favorite recipes. I think. Oh. We don't want to burn our beans. Okay, I'm going to pick up each one of you guys and take you over so you guys can kind of see what's going on. So first up is going to be YouTube or TikTok. All right. These are the baked beans. There's bacon, pork belly. I doubled the sauce. I felt like it was going to fit better. And I wouldn't have to worry about the beans burning. That's what that one looks like. The smell right now, Mike, is to die for. All right, I'm going to take you guys with me. I don't know how I'm going to do this with the mic. I have you guys on an external mic. All right, this is what it looks like. So you guys can kind of see what's going on. There is pork belly, bacon. I doubled the sauce because I feel like it's going to taste better that way. I'm going with my gut. But that's what it's looking like. Seatbelt, everybody. Seatbelt. I can smell it. You know what I mean? When you can smell what it, if you've done this long enough, okay, so Deanna, when I normally cook beans, I actually don't cook them first. Sometimes I'll soak them overnight. These ones I did a rapid fire in the morning. So I soaked all the beans and boiled them for an hour. Then I let them, or not boiled for an hour. I put water in a stock pot filled with beans and water, 2 inches of water over it, brought it to a boil, then turned off the temperature, put a lid on it, and let it sit for an hour. Then next, I had to cook them twice. So they're not fully hydrated. They're still going to absorb quite a bit, but they're not like if I soak them overnight. They're not perfect yet. But different recipes will call for different things. So these are great conversations that you're having. Most of the time, if I'm just doing like black beans, pinto beans, I am a rebel canner. I'm going to do them dry. I'm going to add water. I'm going to let them expand in the jar. I'm not going to put in all this work. But because these are two recipes I've been working on, found them, was excited, wanted to really curate it the right way. I've already completely reconstructed the Boston style beans. So they're probably more crystal style beans than Boston style beans. Definitely need the extra sauce. I like them saucy. I don't want dry beans. Same, Stacy. The smell-o-vision, like it is. This sauce right here, we could marinate with this. It is good. It is a good sauce. It is a good sauce. So I feel a lot better with my like trusting my gut on where I was going to go with it. Right now, we're still sitting at 15 PSIs. We have 70 minutes left. So we have about an hour until that's ready to go. If we guys want to sit here, talk current world affairs, all of that, we can do that now. That I'm not like hovering over a pot. Or not. I don't care. It's up to you guys. What do you guys think? I'm gonna wash my hands first. I've been messing around with a lot of pork. You always enjoy a good chat? Exactly. How many of you guys can yourself in here? I guarantee you. So YouTube, earlier we had like 50 people over there. We only have 20 people, which is like one of the lowest live streams I've ever had. No offense, you guys. I love that you guys are there. But I guarantee the next live stream I do on Current World Affairs will have 45 people come in and say, how do I can this? And I'm going to go, I did a huge canning live. What do you mean? How do I can this? You're hangry watching. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mike. I'm sorry. I'm pretty hangry over here too. I'm not gonna lie. It smells so. I definitely made some good calls. It smells way better than it did before. Way, way, way better. I can, but not as much as I want to. My goal this summer is to get your canning stocked up. I love that. I've dabbled a bit in boiling water method. Squash your first garden so much. Oh, you're hungry. I'm eating cheese, Mike. I'm going to eat cheese. I'm hungry too, my friend. I did notice we don't have any trolls today. Canned butter. I like canning butter. I haven't done it in a couple of years. My grandma canned butter a lot. All right, Connie. I hope you have a good day. Deanna's like, this is why I'm sharing your video as I'm watching. I love it. I've never canned ghee. Never. I've never used ghee. I just started exploring it more. I use tallow. I haven't ate today. I'm pretty hungry sitting in here. It smells like heaven in this house. I've never done ghee. I am starving though. I can feel my stomach just. I'm about to bust out the corned beef and hash to eat that we've canned. Eat that while we can. I'm just gonna move all of these. I'm glad I went with my second. I'm glad I'm trusting my gut on this one. Now, has trusting my gut like messed me over in a recipe before? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Where there's been a few recipes where I was like, why did I choose to do that? That was not good. I have to clean my stove for a minute. Pork belly, I did 2.7 pounds. So I have to write the rest of the recipe out of what I chose to do. Because if I don't write it out, I won't remember. I did I want to say I did about 7 tablespoons of molasses. I want to say I did about 3 teaspoons, maybe 4. I might have done 2 tablespoons. Yeah, I'm going to say 2 tablespoons of mustard. Orange made you hungry. You're having leftover fajita. SOS. Somebody sent me lunch. That sounds good, Code Red. I think that's what I chose to do. Need to make some more corned beef. Oh, girl, I'm about to make some right now. I need to plug you in, though, because you're dying over here. Just so that they're all aware. Y'all are dying. Y'all are on your last legs. I feel like I went through that recipe really well. I said 7 tablespoons of molasses. That sounds about right. 3 tablespoons of vinegar, 4 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of pepper, 10 cups of the liquid, 5 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. I'm thinking it's 6. 1 cup of brown sugar, 7 slices of bacon, 1 cup of pork belly, and 2 tablespoons of mustard powder. And that is what I put in there. With ghee, it's patience. Oh, then I shouldn't do ghee. I don't have the patience. I know. If you tell me something takes extra patience in cooking, oh no. I have some this 10 out of 10. Need to double the sauce. Keep the recipe where it is. Boom. You just had scrambled eggs and sausage for your first meal. Oh, okay, nice. I thought you said for the first time, and I was like, the biscuits and gravy recipe. Ooh, biscuits and gravy. That sounds good. I'm trying to decide how much room I have to cook. I have this one burner. You feel that way every day? Mike, I am getting so hangry. I am so hangry right now. I feel like I'm going to have to find something. I'm going to plug the laptop back in. You guys are on a laptop. There is some really exciting news. I guess all of you guys can know what's going on. So we are actually painting downstairs. TikTok kind of got to see it, but we are actually like changing things up a bit. 3 p.m. Mussels and shrimp and pasta. Oh, Cheryl, can I come over? Can I come to your house? Yeah, ghee in the stores will keep for at least a year or two. I agree with that, Storm Radios. Send it to me, Chris. Oh, wait. You're talking about the recipe we've already done, Chrissy, huh? I think that's what I'm going to cook. Do you guys care if I go get corned beef and hash from down in the basement and I'll show you how to reheat it? Do you care? It's really good. It's my favorite. Mike, I'll come over and make it with Stacy. I'm hungry. I don't know if YouTube would be cool with me eating. TikTok's like, yeah, get some food. Let's do this. The burrito in a jar is amazing. That one's good. That one didn't last in our house. That one was gone. That was gone in like 3 days. Burritos in a jar, done. Will you watch my pressure canner for me? Okay, if it blows up, guys, SOS. Just kidding. It's not going to. It's fine. We're not scared of pressure canner. All right, this is the recipe Chrissy's talking about. This is the corned beef and hash. It's got corned beef, potatoes, some really yummy juice in it. I'm going to teach you guys all a trick. When you guys have asked me, like, do you ever reuse your lids? I have reused my lids before because of the fact that during the pandemic, there was no lids anywhere. So we have two handy tools that we can use, okay? First, we could use this guy. If you're going to use one of these and you don't have the tool I'm going to show you, you slide the blade under the lid. Slide the blade under the lid, okay? You're going to clamp and you're going to peel. I have another tool that Chrissy got me for Christmas, but we're just going to, did you hear that? Okay, I know I got a good seal. That way, I don't have any dents in my can, in my lid, okay? She's still usable if I wanted to. I probably am going to throw her away because it's a ball lid and I don't really trust ball anymore because their lids fail so frequently. I'm just going to take out a cast iron. I eat a high protein and a high fat diet. We're animals. Our bodies are designed to process fat and meat, just so we're all clear. I just put bacon grease down in my cast iron, and now I'm going to just turn it on a medium low, and I'm just going to plop that out just like that. I'm just going to warm her up. And I'm not, this piece isn't even warmed. I'm going to eat it. I'm not scared of it. It smells so good. Radio, Storm Radio is like, this is your house. You do what you want. Bacon grease should be an expectation, not a suggestion. I agree with that wholeheartedly. I agree with that statement. I'm just putting things away. Because once we start pulling jars, my counter space will get full really quickly, and it's already really full. That amount of molasses, I have a new one. Molasses keeps. Don't worry about molasses. Use bacon grease. Who in here uses bacon grease? Can you walk us through the ratios of corned beef and potatoes? I don't remember the recipe off my head. We could probably do a canning live. That one, I'm going to make Chrissy and everybody join me on that one. Just because it's a fun one. That's like a whole day in itself. We did that one, chicken. What else did we do? Chicken and gravy, chicken, potatoes, and gravy. What was the third recipe? I want to say there was something else. Oh, no, Chrissy, you're going to put on the spot on that one. Same with Kelly. I know Kelly's hiding somewhere in here. She's either on this side or that side. I don't know which side. I'm going to put all of you. Burritos in a jar. Did we do? Yeah. My grandpa ate every day with bacon grease. Maybe it's genetics. I don't know. Never had any heart problems. Never had any issues. Now, I have family members that have eaten margarine. Margarine is not real. That is hydrogenated. Your body is not built to process down hydrogenated oils in your bloodstream. Like your body just cannot break that down naturally. Yeah, I store bacon grease under a sink. Somebody told me that they store their bacon grease in their fridge. I've never had bacon grease go bad. This is how I store it. Goes like this. Open it up. You look in. There's always going to be an old spoon in there with some bacon grease. This one has a little strainer in it just so that I can keep things pretty. Once it gets too gunked up, I scoop it out and I do it again. Oh, it's almost done. We're almost done. I need a spoon. We need a spoon. There is some things though that my grandparents believe that we can talk about. So my grandpa was very much into crystals, minerals, and also herbal. He believed he ate 2 to 3 garlic cloves every single day. Man lived to be like 94. Never sick. Also ate onions like apples. I do the same thing. This is what it looks like. See? Boom. Boom. 10 out of 10. You eat the fat from everyone's steak. You store it in a pot also. You do, Mike? Pickled garlic, honey is good for you. I do garlic honey. I have some over there. But I eat garlic just plain. I eat it just plain. Then you should eat it. Garlic is really good for you. In a coffee cup. Okay. Code Red just shared the Discord information in the chat. You guys, there's so many recipes in there. My salsa's in there. There's some of my personal ones in there. There's other people's personal recipes. Such a great place for information. Welcome in, Prepared to Live. I'm eating lunch. We still have 49 minutes. I need to make some pickled eggs, Mike. Mike, I don't have any pickled eggs here right now. You have the exact same bacon grease one? Same color, the red one? I'm going to start doing dishes here in a minute. You also safe pack pork, chicken, reuse the chicken. Oh, I've never done that, Cheryl. I've never saved from pork or chicken to reuse. I've never done that. I'm looking for my drink. I scared myself. Trying to think of what else I need to put away. I'm sorry. I cannot imagine. Mike J, thank you so much for the 101 roses. I appreciate it. I could not imagine water bath canning that long. You have pickled eggs? Nice. We're going to do a water bath can or water glass. I went and picked up, where is it? I picked it up for you guys. Somebody was asking about water glassing, and so I picked up everything I needed. So we could water glass some eggs. I won't use them personally. I'll use them for baking. I don't like it. I will do freeze-dried eggs all day. But I won't do that. Now, do you have a fridge to store anything with meat in it? I do, Stacy. So I have 3 deep freezers. I guess that's an area I've never discussed with you guys. You'll see it on some of the videos, but I have 3 freezers that are filled. So one has a cow in it, the other one has antelope and pork in it, and some chicken, and the other one's got pheasant, venison. I'm trying to think what else is in there. You bought 13 dozen eggs, but left him $10. Wait, what? 50 cents a dozen from your local guy? Nice. Abraham, thank you so much for the follow, refollow. I appreciate it. Thanks for the heart me. I encourage people to get a freezer. I also encourage you guys to get solar generators because you can run those. Teresa, thank you so much for the heart me. My dog wants out of his kennel, so I'm going to let him out really fast. Now, I'm a betting kind of person. How many of you guys want to make a bet that the people who didn't watch the live, when I post the short reel, they're going to say, how do I do this? Do we want to make a bet? Dedicated freezer for elk and deer? Yeah. Do we want to make a bet? You're on TikTok just for... No, Shub, they'll be over here too. They're on short reels, so the recipes will be here too. They'll be on both. And they're in the Discord. So we have a Discord channel that has all the recipes in there. Hi, Abraham. So we have them on both. This is the calmest YouTube has ever been for me. There's only 25 people over here. Sorry, TikTok. I feel like I get to talk to them one-on-one. That's your backup? Why do you have a backup? Are you doing bad things? Oh, just for the heartbeats. Any plans for a smokehouse on the property? Yes, Pappy. That is, we're doing a whole outdoor kitchen, a smokehouse. We want to build a walk-in fridge where I can process our own meat with a drain in the floor. There is more thought going into where I will be working out of than what's going into the house. The house is just going to be a manufactured home, just basic, separate from the regular house. If you guys didn't know, my job does impede on my family. That's one of the reasons why I don't get on live late at night. It impedes my family's life. And so I have one space set up in this house, but over there, we're pretty much having an entire building just for what I do. So it doesn't bother them as bad. But it's just going to be, you know, basic size bedrooms and just a basic house. I left that cabinet open. With which mill, Stacy? I have to stir the beans. That smells fantastic. With which meal would your daughter be in heaven with? This is the calmest I've had alive, and I was more stressed out about doing dual than anything. Hey, moderators, how are you guys doing? Does it feel like eerily calm? Like very, very calm? I was expecting chaos. Like normally the live streams are a little chaotic. Casey's like, it's been so nice. Do you store what you can that has meat in the refrigerator or on the shelf? When I can it, Stacy, it becomes completely shelf stable. So that's what you see downstairs on the shelves. It's shelf stable. So it can be on a shelf. It doesn't have to be in a fridge. Your people took the trolls because your people care, and the trolls took a day off. They were like, today we're clocking out. Chrissy, I'm feeling like Brian's Corner says this is the calm before the storm. Maybe it is. I don't know. This feels very calm. It feels overly calm. Like this feels like first year of me streaming calm. I used to do canning lives all the time. I love it. I love gardening and canning. I mean, a lot of my moderators have been with me for like 4 to 5 years. Okay. This is very calm. Hey, Tack, if you want to join the Discord, we're live on YouTube right now, and Code Red's been dropping the link over there. I know you wanted the link. Beans must be a calming thing. Well, is that what we do? Like when all the trolls come out, we go, let's talk about baked beans, and they'll all like chill out. You think that this will be the one? This is very calm. Oh, Chrissy just dropped the Discord link also. Thank you, Chrissy. We all agree on this stuff. Cheryl's like, there's no controversy. They did. Kelly, they did. They did. This is the calmest it's been, Kelly. I am like in heaven right now. This is the most relaxed I've been on a live stream in years. This is, y'all, this is really calm. Okay, somebody troll me. I feel like somebody needs to call me a name, curse me out. This. I'm feeling like this is a little too calm. It's dysregulating my regulation. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed. I'm feeling like sending you in a. My lives never send anyone into a nap phase. They're always very intense. This is like the most peaceful live. I could cry. Your hair is too red. Thank you. I needed somebody to trauma. She wants the drama. I do. It's very calm in here. Marianne says it's enjoyable. Canning is zen. I know. I'm like, maybe I should just can more often. Maybe I don't want everybody in. Listen to the beans canning all day. Wait, you have a Mylar question? Go for it, Katie. That Andrew from the last live got you mad. Oh, Mommy, that's not the first time I've been called names. I feel like it's very calm. Thanks, Unhinged. YouTube sent it to me. It's very nice of them. You're a bad prepper because you don't have a cauldron. I could agree with that. See, now you guys are trying to troll me, which I like. I'm liking this effort. Hi, German girl. Welcome in. So if you guys haven't met each other, here you go. TikTok, meet YouTube. YouTube, meet TikTok. There's only 30 over here, but there's like 70 of you guys on TikTok. For almost 100 people, this is very calm. And I really don't know how I feel about it. I feel a little displaced, but it's okay. Okay. Did any of you guys hear what I said about atlases? What you guys can do to really take your prepping a little bit further? Barry's like, nice to meet you all. I know someone usually comes in and says, I have a question on Mylar. I knew where you were going with it. I knew you were trolling. Now, here's the thing. I'm not going live with Facebook. Sorry. They've already asked me to go live over there. I am not. Those people are mean. Facebook is for people who are bored with their lives that have nothing better. I had somebody scream at me over eyelashes, my nose ring, my nose, my eyebrows, my hair, my height. Oh, you were talking about canned prepared food with meat. Yeah, you can can with meat. Are you talking about like already canned? You don't need to re-can anything that's already canned. We should go check on the chickens here in a minute. It is so calm in here. Facebook is mean. TikTok is sensitive. YouTube is trolly. YouTube, TikTok has a lot more trolls. TikTok trolls are actually like a different level of trolls than YouTube. In my opinion. I'm getting the dog's water. YouTube more one-uppers, like somebody who wants to like really get angry at people. YouTube, I love you. I really do. I really love TikTok and I really love YouTube. YouTube, y'all are like on my butt if I don't make a video. Like people are like, where are you? Like they're like expecting it, like time-wise. I got to get more used to that. Because on TikTok, it's just whenever I fall onto the For You page. But y'all on YouTube are pervs. I can tell some people haven't seen a woman in a long time. I can tell you, some of y'all haven't seen a woman in a long time. You guys are a little needy. TikTok is super sensitive and very trolly. Are you talking about idiots that you're here to help people? Bebop, I'm talking about like the difference in the personalities. IG wants like more picturesque. They want more, I call it more cosplay preppers. So like, here is my book and here is this, blah, blah, blah. Love this, eat this up, and that's it. They're very surface level. Very surface level. Facebook people just want to argue. Ooh, nice, Jordan. Now, TikTok, I'm going to talk crap on TikTok. Y'all love the drama. TikTok loves the drama. They really do. They really do. But YouTube is definitely more needy than TikTok. See, TikTok, somebody will like my video, come into the live or comment on a video, and then they won't comment again for like 10 or 20, 30, 40, 50 videos. YouTube, you guys comment on the videos. You show up every day. If they don't see you, they let you know they have not seen you. Your senior is graduating tomorrow. Congratulations, Code Red. Homestead's like, I keep getting tempted to creep on your TikTok, but I can't stand so much. No, but TikTok definitely is about the drama. Fresh cucumbers and pickle crisp. Yeah. I've done like grape leaves. I don't think it does a difference. You're just like everyone else. Stuff going on. Oh yeah, no. YouTube's mad when family stuff's going on and I'm not around, they get real mad. Y'all are dedicated though. I'll give YouTube that. YouTube is way more dedicated than TikTok. Sorry guys, y'all got to up your game. YouTube way more dedicated. I will say that. YouTube is very dedicated. They're very dedicated. Almost like stalkers, but we love it. Haven't checked out YT yet, Bebob. Facebook, Facebook's pretty good though. They're pretty good. There's just people who want to like fight or argue. I have somebody impersonating me on Facebook. They have like 11,000 followers. It's not me. No. Stalking is definitely correct. They're correcting me. They said yes, stalking is correct. It is correct. But I feel the same way because I watch certain shows on YouTube and you block them, Bebob. Thanks so much. And I like come back and I'm like, where are they? So I get it because I do love YouTube. Welcome back, Kelly. You have TikTok and they're open at the same time. We have whiners. I will say IG has a bunch of cosplayers when it comes to tactical. You can go ahead and cancel me now. There's a lot of cosplaying. They don't want to have a conversation more than 30 seconds. If you carry on the conversation for more than 30 seconds, they're bored. But definitely cosplayers. Definitely tactical cosplayers. I had one person like rip me apart over I'm gonna have to say pew pew because TikTok's open. You guys call them posers, yeah. Over one of my pew pews, and I was like somebody. I don't know if he was serious or if he was like for real, but he was like, so no AK-47, and I was like, have you ever seen one of those? Code Red, thank you so much for the gift. Sure is quiet in here, summons the chaos. Code Red, thank you so much for the gift. I appreciate that. Yeah. I'm gonna walk home. All right, see you later, Bebob. I'm trying to remember, but the guy that said the AK-47, I don't think it like that, but there's a lot of creators that can be. There's a few ones. There's a few ones. Oh, you can see my dog? Magnus. Mag. Come here. Hi. They're all excited. Go lay down. You're done. You're like, but. How many dogs do you guys have? I'm going to wait for this to close down just so that once this one's done, I don't know, that recipe's going to take a while. Two labs, two dogs. I have two. I had three, but my dog Dexter passed away. It's been a rough year. Three dogs, 30. What's a grass puppy? What's a grass puppy? I've never heard that term. You have one Australian Shepherd and a Husky mix. Nice. Oh. Cows. Wow, that went over my head. That went over my head, Chrissy. My apology. I should have known that one. Curtis says, Doomsday Queen, I'm betting, I'm going to pin you really fast. I'm betting your YouTube audience is funnier. Only can, size matters. We can't forget the squirrels. Yes and no. I love you guys, YouTube, but TikTok's got way better of a sense of humor. TikTok loves it when I roast someone. If somebody roasts me, they love it. They love when I chew someone up and spit them out. I will get people that come in after my lives and go, watch your language. That was rude. Your mom should have taught you better. My mom didn't even like me and she's dead now. Thank you. Thank you. That's all we had to do. Okay? No, thank you. No, thank you. I love my mom, but she was not my biggest fan. We'll walk around the island. We're back. You guys do have some funny jokes on YouTube. Definitely. We got some good like inside jokes now. But TikTok definitely they got a pretty good sense of humor over there. They really do like it when I like come unglued. Here, you guys don't like it. We're about down to the last 20 minutes. But YouTube's got some pretty funny inside jokes. Well, Crystal, I'm appalled. I'm so sorry. We have like touch grass. Like we've yelled at people to go touch grass. Freeze-dried water, only cans and okra. Okay. YouTube may be funnier than TikTok. TikTok just likes rage. YouTube, okay, you guys might be funnier. I'll give you that. Okay, I guess I have to give YouTube the funny card. You guys are pretty funny. Unhinged is on this side with the thumbs down. They're all upset. I'm sorry. I will say YouTube allows me to go deeper into prepping, like conversations, than TikTok. I forgot about freeze-dried water. Now, TikTok keeps trying to throw me into a battle right now. It says I have another scheduled battle. I do not. It's somewhere between unhinged and classy. Yeah, I guess you're somewhere in between those two. Jess G's like, this is why I follow both. Okay, now should we psych everybody out? What will you guys do if I quit TikTok forever? Should we put them on there? On there? Callus is like, I'm going to go follow. Daddy D says, go to YouTube. I would be so sad unless you're going to go live on YouTube. Ceci's like, I already follow you over there. Hell Raisin's like, stop. I'd be shutting down TikTok on your end if I stop going live over here. Daddy D's like, I'm already on all of your stuff. Am I thinking about it? Oh. I feel like, you know, like when you're in that conversation, when you're like kind of breaking up and you're like, it's not me, it's you. Or it's not you, it's me. It does not glitch on YouTube. I'll say that. It does not. It doesn't glitch over here. It glitches a lot on TikTok. I feel really put on the spot on this one. Yes and no. I have been a full-time TikToker for 5+ years. I love TikTok. It's not me, it's you, Jordan. I am censored less on YouTube. I can talk about if somebody gets upset over something politically over here, I get violations. Over here, not so much. I am not cheating on you, Michelle. They're just a friend. They're just a friend. I do love it over there. It's not you, it's me. I love it here. But I really love YouTube. And between the two being full-time on both, it's a little hard because YouTube does require a lot more time in editing than here. I love the platform, but I have to make this platform happy for me to. Have you really come unglued here? Victim blaming TikTok. I'm not done with TikTok. I'm just dialing back with TikTok. I really love YouTube. I really do. But for me to feed their neediness on YouTube, yeah, I'm talking about you guys, I would have to pretty much like cancel half my life. So will I still remain on TikTok? Yes. Will I still post reels? Yes. But Yeah, there's lives over here, Amber. Amber, I'm live on YouTube right now. Like I'm live with both. The cool thing about YouTube is when I go live, it's going to replay the live for you. You can watch it anytime. So like all the recipe, if you miss something, boom. It won't be less lives. There'll be less lives on TikTok. I think I only plan to do 2 a week. I used to do 6 a week. Come out and say it with the streaming stuff. Curtis, you're not helping. They're not taking the news very well right now. They're very upset. Okay. They're do you see the words coming down on the bottom of the screen? You guys are slow on YouTube right now on your talking. They're upset. Give me a second. I have to tell them I love them. They're very upset right now. So about sending it again? On what? So on my name on YouTube, they'll say like live streaming. You just click it and it'll show when I'm live. Now we're love bombing. Poppy, stop psychoanalyzing me over here. Okay? I need you to chill. I need Poppy to chill. I'm cooking. Isn't that enough for you people? I have missed old TikTok. I desperately miss old TikTok. I will say that. I used to be able to do canning lives. I used to be able to hang out and just have a good time. Now I get a violation. I get I get all these things going on that is really hard. And it impacts my income. It impacts me being able to be on the For You page. It impacts me a lot. So even though I have almost 300,000 followers here, I have over 27 million views on this app. And I love my community deeply and dearly. I have to abide by their rules. If I'm not battling, I don't get paid. If I don't do this, I'm not getting paid. If I don't do that, I'm not going to get paid. Well, on YouTube, I can be myself. I I'm not getting thrown a violation after violation. Somebody comes in, they assume wherever I vote politically, report me nonstop. I don't get any of that over there. I don't get. Dusty Johnson says you're cheating on us there, so I came here now. Oh, I love that baby bat. Hi, Susie. It's a hard one for me. Thank you, KT. It's hard because I'll ask TikTok. You guys have been with me for years and years and years and years. How many of you guys miss my canning lives? How many of you guys miss my Mylar lives? How many do you miss my gardening lives of different things that I've been doing for so long? How many of you guys are tired of hearing me get a violation and then I have to close the app out and then I have to shut down the live, or I get penalized and I'm not allowed to go live for days and days and days? There's so many people over there saying me. Cup of tea. Ooh, I love that. Let's go, John. I don't have to deal with it there. Those Radio Storm says, Doomsday Queen, don't worry. TikTok is cheating to those little hoes aren't faithful like us. They're faithful over there. They like show up. They are very faithful, and the app allows me to get pushed out. When I transferred over to YouTube, I didn't even get 1% of my following came with me. This is everything I've built up by myself. Less than 1% came over. So it's a hard one. Amber, I am canning baked beans. So there's 2 lives that are, one's already posted. It's the first recipe. This is the second recipe. And we're just finishing up this one. And then I'll start my next batch afterwards. Yeah, Michelle, they forced me to battle. They took away our pay on TikTok. I mean, you can only kick somebody down for so long where they're like, I just don't want to do this anymore. Doesn't mean I'm leaving them. No, it doesn't mean that I don't enjoy it and I don't love it. Poppy, how many likes are we at? Yeah, it's been a lot, Hope. Michelle's like, TikTok, I quit. 36. More than that, Callus. They took our video view pay. I make pennies for my views. Pennies. And then they force you to battle, which it's okay once in a blue moon, but I don't like it. I never have. And yeah. So if you guys are missing lives, I'm going to be live more on YouTube and more videos. You'll still get videos over here, but it's not going to be as frequent until they can figure out AI and all the violations and stuff. I mean, I'll still be around, but it's just not as frequent. Curtis says, TikTok is work and YouTube is pleasure. Raven, thank you so much for the club victory. I appreciate that. Also, so I just did a thing with some YouTubers, and they're learning how to live stream. And they were griping and they were like, why does YouTube take 20%? So for any of you guys that are YouTubers out there and you're like worried that YouTube takes your percentage, here's the cold hard facts. TikTok takes 60% of all my live earnings. Everything I make on a live stream, 60%. So I make 40 cents per dollar that the app makes. They like to rob me on this side. I just love the community over here. Oh, thanks, Hope. I appreciate that. Are you going to start doing more of the day-to-day life? Yes, Stacy, a lot more of that. Scout, thank you so much for the gift. I appreciate that. You didn't know that, Hellraisin? I'm very open about it. It's a no-no. TikTok gets mad if I talk about it, but I have no problem talking about it. Sutton Days does a lot of canning videos. I don't know why you would get violations. I don't get violations over here, Poppy. I do get them on TikTok. Not on videos, but on live stream. Only cans. Welcome back, Michael. Hi, Martin. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Annie, I just prefer, I run ads on here. Yeah, that's one of the reasons, Poppy, that drew me over to YouTube is that I could do a lot more canning without getting in trouble. Can they take more if you get a violation? Yes. So when I got hit with that big violation code red 2 weeks ago, they took 20% more of my earnings. So they took 80% of my earnings and I only earned 20%. Hence why I wasn't live for a while. I was pretty mad. I was pretty mad. Canning is very innocent. It's very much the old ways, which I love. Like I have 5 minutes. This timer is going to go off. All I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this heat off. The pressure is going to lower. Once it gets to 0, then I'm going to remove the top. Oh yeah, Mommy Aid, you didn't know that? I'm very honest when it comes to that. Very, very honest. I'll still be on TikTok, guys. I'm not like breaking up, okay? I'm just getting some distance. I'm still there. I'm just not like there, you know? Annie G, yeah, YouTube really enjoys their prepper and homesteading channels. 100%. Amber says this feels like a breakup. This feels like a breakup. This feels, she is like, girl, I'm flabbergasted. Amber, I'm still here. I'm still here. Giving me anxiety. Amber's like this. Yep. More violations earns TikTok more money. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Unhinged says, she says we're on a break. Unhinged, I am here. You can watch me here. I am here also. Yeah. No, Poppy, I was in a meeting for YouTubers that live stream, and the YouTubers were having like a catastrophic like freak out. They were like, oh my gosh, YouTube takes 20% of our membership fees. Why? And I was like, honey, do you want to go to TikTok? Because they take 60%. And they make you, if you're not live streaming 60 hours a week, they're never going to push you. 60 to plus hours a week for 5 years. I've been considered one of the top 100 streamers in the United States on TikTok and in the top 150 nationally, like globally. That, and then coming here, I'm like, I'll take it. YouTube, fine. I can do this. We can do this. Oh, Cheryl, I'm so excited for gardening and canning and preserving food. I get so down in the dumps during the wintertime. Betty says, don't leave me. I feel bad. She still want to hold my hand. I feel like they're like looking at me like, I can't even believe she said this out loud. We can hold hands. I always do a YouTube live on Tuesday nights. Every single Tuesday night is always a YouTube live. Every single Tuesday night. We're trying to figure out what daytime works for everybody. But yes, I'm curious to which TikTokers who have different mindsets. True. Yes, Code Red, you did get your first jalapenos and cucumbers. Ooh, I love that, Jordan. You should grow in the winter. If I push battles and stuff like that on TikTok and I push really hard, which is completely away from what the platform I have personally curated, I won't ever get a violation. It's when I'm not pushing battles and I'm not like obsessed over it. That's when I get violations. Tree, thank you so much for the roses. I appreciate it. Tuesday is your night off. Oh, I love that, Martin. Did I decide on the color? Yes. So YouTube doesn't know yet. We're making the podcast area for videos. We just started painting downstairs. So there's going to be a different background, a little bit more professional. Tree, I was just breaking up with with TikTok and they're not taking it well. Tree, they're not taking it well. They did not. I said it was them and not me, but then I meant it was me and not them, and they did not like that. You have potatoes for the first time? I love that, Michelle. But we started the painting and started moving everything, and then there will be new cameras with live streaming that are clearer, more crisp. You guys are going to be able to, will be able to just go. And then also you'll see where I prep and things like that. I decided on rock bottom. Rock bottom. I'm taking a little bit of a break. I'll still be on there occasionally. Working on the commercial right now. Sem filmed half of it, still have another half to film. I've been waiting for the sun to pop out of these clouds outside. Yeah, more product reviews, more of a scheduled time. Because once again, hold on. Let me film that part. Both cameras got steamed up. Oh my God. Okay. That recipe is going really, really well. You got me to plant. You got squash, tomatoes, green beans, okra. Yes. I love that, Alicia. I love that. Or Alyssa. You have the same roaster tree. Oh, I love that. Yeah, doing a voiceover for that video. Yep. Yes, Amber, it was the middle color. We had snow here 3 days ago in May. We get snow because we live going up the Rockies. But yeah, there'll be more product reviews, more just time invested in what I do. But if the live doesn't serve me purpose, I won't be doing lives over there. Like, I'm here for canning, I'm here for gardening, prepping, those kind of things, but I'm not going to be forced into something I don't want to do. I'm done. I'm done with TikTok trying to boss me around. I'd rather just organically do what I like. One day she's going to be live. Wait. Hashtag chat. This is going to be glorious. The one day is coming where she's going to go live. I'm bold. Well, that happens when you drive. So one to drink and okay. Michael. Your corn is growing like crazy. Oh, I love that. All right, 1 second. I'm going to let this cool down. Give me one. I'm back. It's already the hundreds there. It's not that warm here today. It's pretty chilly. Stacy, thanks for the heart me. Commercial, yeah. So right now I'm actually doing a product review on Veggie Pod. Have you guys ever heard of Veggie Pod? Veggie Pod is you create a microclimate. They have water reservoirs down below, misting up above. Amazing. It's a garden bed. It's lifted. And then it also has like a greenhouse over the top of it. I got sponsored on it and started testing it out. I've fallen in love with it. It is very nice. I'm excited to see how it's going to hold up in triple digits because it was designed in Australia. But I really like it. And it's supposed to double the food. So, how are you, Stacy? Yes, it's out for outside. I will show you guys a video of it. Wait, I could actually show you guys what it looks like on my phone. Look at me running multiple devices. So this is what it looks like. Oh, how do I make that look clearer for you guys? I don't know if you guys can see it. It's just a raised garden bed. Those are my other garden beds. They're all filled. But inside, the mister's on in it, and it's amazing. Do I think it will do good in St. George? Yes, Amber. I think it's going to hold up really well. Before I get flagged, I'll mute it. That's my daughter dancing at her dance recital last night. Full-time mom. Full-time mom. That's her with the hat. But I've really enjoyed it. There's a lot of plants in it. It's a veggie podge. It'll be on IG. I think there's going to be a code for you guys to save money. I don't know too much about it, but you can see it's got a misting system. I like it. It's called a veggie podge. You lost stuff in the freeze last week. Same, Stacy. We lost so much in the freeze. Oh, really, Susie Q? We have rain barrels everywhere. This is going to be a rough drought. Had some fun and then it froze. I know. Isn't that the worst? So Utah's been going through some, we'll get 90 degrees and then we'll be 32 degrees. We lost part of our squash plants. So I had to go and get a few more, the ones that I already grew. And then I re-sowed some seeds and I'm hoping that those come up. It's been a very interesting time. But yeah, I feel awkward that I kind of broke up with TikTok a little bit. I didn't break up. It's just we're kind of on it. We're just not. You lost squash. I picked up watermelon. It sucked. I lost a lot of brassicas during the hailstorm. We had hail here. Amber says, you should feel bad. I'm teasing. You're fine, Amber. You're here. You're here. See? You still haven't put away your winter jackets in Minnesota? Daddy D says we're just a side piece. I gotta go. Daddy D, that was uncalled for. That's it. I didn't say that. I just said TikTok can be a little sensitive. They expect me to pump out 20 to 30 videos a week and 5 live streams a week and not get paid. I'm not saying, it's more like saying I'm the side piece, okay? That's what TikTok's more saying. Not that you're a side piece. I'm more of it, right? Okay. Have you heard of wing bean? No, I haven't, Amber. Did you guys know that fennel comes back after negative temperatures? I've never had fennel come back. Yeah, Stacy, I got hit with a violation 2 weeks ago. That's why I wasn't live. When I got slammed with that, I lost 20 more percent of my earnings. So I lost 60% and then 20%. I lost 80% of my earnings. And I was done. Like I was done. I was mad. I lost my earnings. I was mad. That's why I haven't been live. I was mad. No, I haven't, Amber. Pretty much storm radios, 100%. You guys can hear that. Curtis says, I don't know. They're sounding like some level 5 clingers over there. So if you guys watch YouTube, Doomsday Queen on YouTube. Ray's like, I follow both. Perfect, Ray. I'll just be live more over here. Huh. You have a B&M bean pot to make baked beans in the oven. Ooh. How big is that? Because we're not even halfway done. Like we still have another load here. We're just waiting for those ones to come out of the canner there. Amber, I talk about all the things going on in the world on YouTube in depth. Over there, I actually have to bleep it out. I have to bleep it out because I get in trouble. Sometimes Stacy says Mike gets violent when you're on YouTube sometimes. It's like, what is going on? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Chrissy, thanks for pinning that. Probably a gallon. Okay. I need to look that up, Chris. I don't blame him. I can see it. I can see it. I've had to text him and I'm like, are you doing okay? He's like, this is insane. You thought Kansas was bipolar? You know, Utah is 100% Utah. I could see it. When I got that violation, Stacy, I ended the live stream and I chucked my phone into the wall. I shattered the front of my phone. I was so mad when I couldn't, like, I cried, got a strike on my account and everything else. And then I tried my best to fight it. And then after I lost, I threw my phone. I was pretty irritated. I wish I could like link the two chats together so you guys could see each other talk. I'm going to be in Kentucky, Susie Q. I will be in Kentucky, in Bowling Green, Kentucky, for a festival. I'll be speaking there in July in Bowling Green, Kentucky. – You wouldn't think about it, but he's kind of protective about you. I can tell. Texas Paige, how are you, my friend? We're almost down to 5 PSIs. We're going to allow that to come off, and then we're going to take our weight off. I've never been to Bowling Green. You're like, he's pretty great. Yeah, I'm doing the Kentucky Sustainable Living Conference. Yeah, Curtis, it is. YouTube's a little bit frustrating at responding to people. I agree with that. Is the bee's knees? Oh, I need to go to Waco. Wasn't there a cult in Waco? Just asking for a friend. Were you part of it? No. I was just asking. They do have a Corvette museum in Bowling Green. I plan to go see it. Can you make jerky while live streaming? I could. I think I did last year. So I think I could do one. I do a lot of like hands-on. If YouTube could get their app figured out where I can use my phone as the app when I'm live and it doesn't shut down at 53 minutes, I would be very happy. The branch divided. It was a long. Oh. You know we're doing beans after watching. Stacy cut the recipe in half. Stacy cut the recipe. Stacy. I still have that. All of this. It's filled to the brim. All of that in a whole nother container. Good luck. Branch dividend. They all drank something. Wait, is he the guy that poisoned the Kool-Aid? I can't remember. I'm not even going to lie. You were on your earlier count and how many I had. It was ridiculous. Stacy. Stacy, it's going to be, yeah. That was Jonestown. Okay, I was going to say, I think they're two different cults. The one with the Kool-Aid's got to be somewhere else. Waco had the shootout, right? I feel like I should know this if I'm going to start a cult. Jim Jones. Yeah, that sounds right. Wasn't it Jim Jones that poisoned the Kool-Aid? Stacy, it's everyone's like, you got a year's supply of beans. I don't know if this amount will make it through the summer. Like how much we cook, I don't know. Waco equals shootout, yeah. Maybe a second camera, yeah. It is kind of a cult here. Well, I have to learn from other cult leaders when I'm starting my own cult so that I know what not to do. Like, don't panic and poison the Kool-Aid. Remember, it's not the rapture, and Jesus is not talking to me. Yeah, no, Jim Jones wasn't in Waco. Jim Jones was the other guy. Where was he at? He was somewhere else. Hellraisin's over here laughing hysterically. Sleepy Tomato. Yeah, Waco was the FBI shootout. Yeah. Well, if I'm going to start a cult, I should know what not to do. Looking for comments. Just got my tickets to the KSL. Yes! I'm so excited. I can't wait to see you there. Guatemala. I'm excited, Poppy. I didn't send that. I've watched your live for 200 minutes. Yeah, Jim Jones was Jonestown. And it was Kool-Aid. You both are all writing the exact same things. The exact same things. Okay, but have any of you guys actually looked into some of those prepper camps? Asking for a friend. Do you guys look at those prepper camps? Like there's some places that you can buy in for like 20 grand and you just earn your keep. That's not off the table. There's one in Colorado. Mike shouldn't be, Stacy, because we're building something great. We're making a cult. Tell him I'm very upset now. Very upset. I can't. I'm antisocial. I missed your day picking out the plants when you were drunk and can't find it. Oh my gosh, it was hilarious. Don't let me drink and go into a nursery. I have a big old lemon tree in my front yard. There's actually a cult in my hometown called a yoga retreat, giving up your belongings and submitting to the station. They have a temple. I feel like I'm not doing my cultness to the level I should. I should make a temple. Is there a crown? How many of you guys have watched like Big Bang Theory? She's like, it's a tiara. Today and tomorrow. I'm going to Tractor Supply tomorrow. You can't get. Oh, I get. Oh, yeah, I don't know. In West Virginia, wow. Well, I mean, Utah's kind of a cult itself. Some aspects, not all, not all, not all. After the Curtis Lee. No, you don't take him shopping with you. Have you not learned this yet, Stacy? You never take a man with you shopping. Amber says, I have been on YT in a hot minute. Well, welcome in, Amber. We are here. We're on both apps, but I'm sure the other app didn't notify you I was live. Thank you. It's taking too long. It's an intense social club, but for preppers, I agree. Utah has some of the best preppers. Plant bitch. Hey, friend, how are you? Doomsday Cult with tinfoil crowns. I'm in. Yes, let's do it. Why can't the man come shopping? Curtis, this is why. I walk through a nursery. I'm like, ooh, lemon tree. Ooh, banana plant. I can bring those in the winter. This sounds fun. Let's get this. Let's get that. And all they hear is cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Are you sure you really need that? Are you sure you really need the mulch? Yes. Yes, I do. I do need that. Yes, it's been 90 minutes. It was down to like the last 3 PSI. So I just used an oven mitt and just pulled the weight off just to release the rest of the pressure out. I'm not the most patient person. Don't do it when it's at 15 PSI. Not good. But when it's down to 3, not a big deal. A basement. The new house on the property will not have a basement. It might have a bunker. Utah is just an intense social club. I agree with that. Guy shopping with you is like a bumpers in a bowling alley. Yeah, they're like ping. They try to keep the ball in the lanes. Yeah. You can't go to a ham convention because, radio convention, you want to buy everything. It's true, though. Nope. Sounds like FAFO is just being financially responsible. FAFO wants to move to the property. That's what he wants. So we have the money for the well. Now my daughter is done with dance for a week, and then we start training for nationals. That's when we go out. We're going to go out there and meet up with the well people to start that process. And I might cry at handing over that check, but I'll do it. I'm going to do it. And then we're going to start grading the land and putting in an order for the module. So it's just a manufactured home. It's just a very humble home. And then, saving towards the solar. It's going to take a while, but it'll get there. You bought roses on Mother's Day, but I almost bought a tree. I like it. That is the kind of conversations I want to hear about. It will be nice. I have been such, Martin, have a wonderful day at work. Doing the water well has been the most intimidating process. First, you're taking a gamble. Second of all, it's a lot of money. This is enough to put down for a home. That's a lot of money. Do I have to get big solar? Yeah, we have to build our own solar farm for it. We have to build our own solar farm, which is intimidating. Storage container. Wait. Are you putting storage container under it? So we already have storage containers out there, and then we have one that we're digging in. But we're actually, I'm not going to lie to you guys, we are debating a bunker. Holly, thank you so much for the heart me. Really, solar on a roof? No. So they'll be on their own stands, and they'll be facing the best way possible to get solar out there. And then it will be all routed in. There's a couple places I've been looking at on solar, but one, I follow this YouTuber and he's done an amazing job with his barndominium and their solar farm. And I think that's the same company we're going to use. No, it's big on solar. Keeps doing what? You're good. You're good, Stacy. But as soon as we get more storage containers out there, we'll start moving stuff out of here to there. Yeah. It's all a process. We have to do it before our kids get into high school, though. We're not going to switch them out of school once they're in high school. So that's a big one. Audio tools and food, right? Have I looked into bunkers? Yes. There's one I really want. We don't need to talk about it. There is one. Atlas makes it, and it's real nice. It's really, really nice. Stacy says, I'll join your cult. See, perfect. You're planting roses this weekend? Oh, I love that. We're doing thornless raspberries here. We already have raspberries at the property. We got rhubarb, asparagus. I'll dig up my asparagus. And then we have Jerusalem artichokes on both the property and here when we do move. But we're trying to get everything going. This is about a year out. So I have about a year to work as hard as I can to get there. Thanks, Biggie Mac. I appreciate it. But yeah. I appreciate that, Stacy. You looked at a 20-person bunker in Arkansas company. Looks like a great idea. I'll just tell my husband it's a root cellar. Do it. Do it. He's not smart enough to figure it out now. He's not smart enough to figure it out then. I'm going to go grab another drink. And then we're going to start opening up that pot. Wait, all those cults were preppers? Were they? Were they preppers? I thought one was a religious cult. Maybe they did prep. Infighting between TikTok and you, 2 followers. My cult will fall, apparently. Does Diet Dr. Pepper taste like regular Dr. Pepper? No, it tastes flat. It tastes flat. but this is all I have. So humble home, garden in the middle with shipping containers all around. I might need shipping containers because of the wind. Most of them were doomsday cults. I mean, there's fun news. I'm going to be on Women's Health Magazine talking about prepping. A few new fun podcasts, some that have been featured on Sean Ryan. So really good conversation. I guess it's a stronger one for my cult. Bobby, welcome in. Welcome in. Most of them were doomsday cults. Feel a little called out there, man. I've destroyed my kitchen. Destroyed. That's a Mylar sugar. There's a lot. And then the glorious percolator. It's a little mat my mom made. I need one more. Clean that. When you open away from your body. Do not burn yourself, okay? Ugh, I had some siphoning. I normally don't get siphoning. Dr. Pepper for you. Be the first ran. Root beer and sassafras. I had some siphoning in here. Some, not a ton. I don't know if you guys can see it. They're still boiling. It's turkey. one siphoned. I think it was this one. That one's still really full. Or was it this one? It's not bad. Lentils went up. Beans went up in price. Each one of these bags cost me almost $1.60 a piece. And I had to buy 16 bags. You'll join the doomsday cult. I like that. What we're going to probably do is we're down to like the last, I have to pick up my daughter here in like 30 minutes. So I might load up another can of beans, probably like 5 of them. Yeah. So by the time I get home, this should be cooled enough that it's no big deal. Their lids twist off very quickly. Yeah, beans used to be closer to the same price as rice. Well, I was like shocked that Bush's baked beans was $4 a can. I won't pay that. I won't pay that at all. They can't make me. I'm going to turn down the temp in this just a little bit. This smells fantastic. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Chrissy, Stacy, no pink houses without me present. That is rude. Rude. You need to order more Mylar. Yes. But yeah, already pulling those ones out. I want a pink Connex. People would probably see that from. Are melting. They should melt together. You need to turn your straightener down. I only do it at like 200. The temp. Do I have a code for that one? For which one? More Mylar? I use Top Mylar. If you use the code Doomsday Queen or Charmingly Frugal, it will save you money. For Top Mylar. Oh, there we go. You hear them thunking? We're going to paint a Connex pink. Did you hear it thunk? I like the thunks more than the tinks. I do. Oh, I want one bright pink. It's a fun color. It's a fun color. I'm just kidding. Maybe. Kind of kidding, kind of not. All right, you guys. That's it. That's that one. I guess we'll do another one with when those beans are done. Wait, those beans are done. They're not done yet for another 2 hours until I can actually can them. They smell really good. Oh, there's another pop. You called that one, Homestead. Did you guys hear that one? It is such a good sound. I love the Superb. I'm glad you guys got me on that one. After too many failed jar lids with ball, that's when we started making the change. I don't remember what we were canning. Does anybody remember what we were canning? And almost every one of my jars failed, and it was all ball lids, and I was done. I've been doing this too long to worry about if I got a seal or if I don't have a seal. It should be easy. You can hear it. Favorite sound after doing the work, right? Lids popping is your dopamine fix. IFA. Stacy, see if your IFA request your manager order Superb at your guys' IFA. Because that's where I find them out here is my IFA. Mm-hmm. I requested from the manager here. Now there was another one. I never find them at Walmart. I need to get better at tightening them a little bit more on the lids. Oh, there was another one. Did you hear it? I'm not going to lift the two that look like they might have siphoned because their fluid is pretty high up there. But that one's already sealed. You haven't sealed. Hold on. This one hasn't sealed, this one, and this one. That one's sealed, and the other two have sealed over there. That pop is strangely satisfying. I agree. We haven't had any problems with ball or cur yet. Never had any problems with cur. Ball is what I had problems with last year. Right, Amber? It's such a good sound. Is the popping sound of them not sealed? Popping sound is them sealing. So what happens is the internal temperature inside your jars is so hot, right? It's boiling inside out. You raise this temperature, and as it's boiling, it's pushing air in and out. It's pushing a lot of the air out, and it creates this vacuum seal. Do not vacuum seal your food to make it shelf stable. It's not going to be shelf stable, okay? Unless it's dry food. But it creates it, and it literally and it pops it down, and that's how you know that you have a good seal. Levio, I bought extra. Those should be fine. I never had any problems with ball in 2021. I only had problems in 2025. Blue Ocean, yeah, can it. Yeah, it's the air, the steam, everything all involved. I really like them, Stacy. I was really intimidated by them at first, though. I won't lie. Superb lids, I was very intimidated by them. And then after I had one blow up on live stream, I was really freaked out. That is very lucky. I'm a little jealous, Blue Ocean. A little jealous. All right, you guys, I'm going to end the live stream. I'm going to get ready to go get my daughter. I'm going to close out YouTube first since I already broke up with them. Oh, there's another one. All right, you guys. As always, stay aware, stay prepared, and always have your head on a swivel. I'll see you later.
In the ashes of the end rises the Doomsday Queen.